Bogies, where we play the game in places other people dare not.
We're at the Barnfield Theatre in Exeter, where we are going to attempt to play bogies during a performance of Peter Pan the musical.
Yes, that's right. We're going to play bogies during the show.
Welcome to the Barnfield Theatre.
All children grow up.
That's right. Apart from Dick and Dom, of course, who are here to play Premier League bogies.
Have you ever seen a map of a child's mum?
Bogies.
McCourt begins with 2.4. In front of this capacity crowd of 289 people here to see this production of Peter Pan. This, one of the tensest matches.
Bogies.
As you would expect here in this Premier League, that's 4.0 from Wood. So far, the performance has been tremendous from these boys.
Bogies.
McCourt braves a 4.7. Attracting some attention from the crowd.
Bogies.
Wood lifts the game, 5.2.
All children grow up. Except one.
Once again, we'd like to point out that this should not be attempted by amateurs. Dick and Dom have trained for many years to play at this terrifying level. Has he got it? Yes, he has. He's got a 7.4.
Bogies!
Wood, losing all fear, 7.9.
Could you learn how to behave and step outside, please?
Oh, not good. Now, will there be a response? He knows it's all or nothing.
Yes!
It's a 9.1, a showstopper. And quite rightly, they get out. Ooh. What a super bogey. Please, do not attempt this yourself.
It's Premier League bogies, where we play it where other people dare not. And we're about to play it at Bournemouth University in a media studies lecture full of sweaty students.
This is the future that writers and artists have envisaged, a perfect world.
This lecture, all about the utopian society or perfect world, the boys sporting the relevant protective headwear. Wood, with only the tiniest degree of improvement on McCourt's previous effort, just stays in the game with a 1.5.
That and the other stuff that's in the discussion area media too. Dystopia means bad place.
Bogies.
Sorry?
Don't know, sir. 2.7.
Bad play. The term comes from John Stuart Mill, and it's actually his text on liberty. And they found out it has its origins in Jeremy Bentham's Cacotopia, which means the worst. Jeremy Bentham, of course, is famous for inventing. We'll be talking about Jeremy Bentham.
Who will be the worst in this match? The Cacotopian.
We'll be looking at that next term.
Bogies.
Wood with a 2.8. And I don't think this young lady would want Wood in her utopia, or anywhere near it.
And she argues that origins lie in one of the earliest texts, the Bible. Laura says, very interesting, and I didn't think about this actually, this is new time, it was perfect with the Garden of Eden.
Surprisingly, Wood and McCourt didn't go to university, but they're here now.
So, Adam and Eve were expelled from the Garden of Eden.
McCourt with 2.8 to beat.
Dystopia, they lost the right to live in a utopia. And that's kind of interesting actually. And
Bogies.
look, if anyone has anything to say, can they say it?
Sorry, sir.
Thank you.
3.5. Food for thought.
The Cold War. Now, the Cold War was in the sort of, 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, right to the 80s, really. Justin Ball's wrote 1984. He didn't like that. He must respect his memory.
Bogies!
Oh, what a fantastic bogey. That's 4.8. First class. with honours.
So, kind of pertinent in today's...
It seems to have unsettled McCourt.
Famous dystopian novel of all time, George Orwell, otherwise known as Eric Blair. That's his real name. There's plenty about him on the
Has he done enough?
timeline. And plenty we came up with that. Kelly Lamb, Joanna Moore, they wrote the novel in 1948. We just wanted to return the digits round. We didn't want any,
It doesn't appear that McCourt has anything left. No, there it is. He's resigned.
Just leave. I'm not doing it. Just leave. Bogies!
Welcome to the fabulous... Welcome to the fabulous Mitchell Library here in Glasgow. And Wood starts us off with an almost inaudible bogey.
Bogies.
McCourt raising the volume 1.1.
Bogies.
Wood straight back in with a 1.5. Very, very tight at this stage of the game. Small margins of increase. So 1.5 to beat from McCourt.
Bogies.
He's done it. That's a 1.8. Is the pressure starting to show?
Bogies.
Nice bogey. 2.5. Should be very pleased with that effort.
Bogies.
It's there. It's a 3.5. Some surprise on the face of Wood. But McCourt, justifiably proud of his last effort. All around them, the Dewey Decimal System. And 2 million volumes approximately here at one of Europe's largest reference libraries, built in 1877 by a wealthy tobacco magnate. Now, the serious business in hand.
Bogies!
That was a brave bogey. It's a 4.2. And the crowd getting to their feet, delighted with the audacity of Wood's tactics there. And it seems McCourt has lost his bottle. Yes, he concedes and hands the match to Wood. What a marvellous victory. Let's see that winning bogey one more time.
Bogies! Bogies! This is Celebrity Bogies, where we play bogies against a celebrity. And today it's the turn of DJ and saviour of Radio 1. We are not worthy. Chris Moyles.
Hello, Dominic.
Hello, mate. What?
Bogies returns. McCourt
Bogies.
kicks us off with a 0.8.
Bogies.
Moyles responds with 1.1. More than adequate.
Bogies.
McCourt's back with 1.4. These two Yorkshiremen.
A great read.
McCourt of Sheffield. And Moyles of Leeds.
Yeah.
Gonna try and beat me.
I'll beat you.
I reckon.
Yeah. Bogies!
A tremendous return from Christopher Moyles. That's 5.1. Really giving the professional a run for his money.
Bogies!
But McCourt, 5.7, showing how cleverly he can play the game. Returns the book. Passes shelf 12.
Bogies!
But Moyles in with a 5.9. Not to be outdone by the DVDs.
He's going to be a tough one to beat. He's good. He's very good. Bogies!
Fearless, 6.3. eliciting delight from the crowd. Do it. Do it, Chris. Do it for Comedy Dave.
There's a man looking. All right. There's a few men looking. There's a few women looking. Everybody's looking.
Got a big audience. Has he got a big bogey?
It's a good book, that. I've heard. Bogies!
It's a wake-up call for McCourt. 6.6. Tremendous bogey. And the atmosphere is as tense as Moylesy's belt.
He's hiding. What's he doing over there?
What's McCourt got?
Bogies!
7.7. The crowd go nuts.
Forgot how awful it is.
All right, well, I'm going to go for the super plunger.
Risky tactic. Last seen March 97.
Bogies! Have a nice day.
And beautifully executed by Moyles. 8.2, surely the winner.
Bogies!
Ah, there you are. Now, to some people, bogies is music to their ears. To others, it's a load of old noise. So we thought we'd come and test it out here at the home of rock and roll, the Hard Rock Cafe in Mayfair, London Town. Bogies.
McCourt, 3.1 on the snotometer.
Bogies.
It's a very brisk game this morning. 4.3 from Wood. A comfortable lead.
Bogies.
There it is. It's a 4.9. And the crowd now really starting to sit up and take notice of this match.
Bogies.
There's Wood's reply, and it's a 6.7. It's a fine and hearty bogey.
Bogies.
There's a 7.7.
Slice of tomato.
Wood. The athletes, of course, allowed to take tomato in this event. Now, will the nervous giggling lead to something of substance? Quite a tall order.
Bogies.
But I think he's done it. That's a 7.8. Barely a nasal hair's breadth between them. That's a good bogey. A nonchalant look from Richard McCourt. He's got something.
Bogies.
It's a wonderful, it's a 9.2. Yes, indeed. That's a strong bogey. And Wood, surely now, feeling the pressure.
I might even bottle out there.
Oh dear, oh dear. Now, has he made his decision? Is that the end of the match?
Just forget everything around you.
But McCourt,
He's thinking about it.
very sportingly, is giving Wood some encouragement. Could he live to regret this? Or is it part of his strategy? And Wood
Pelt it out your lungs.
is coming back to the oche.
One minute.
His intention clear now to deliver another bogey. But it's going to have to be a belter to keep him in the match. Tension starting to show.
Bogies!
All his bravery and meat only deliver a 9.0. McCourt's tactics paid off. He still wins with a 9.2. Let's see it one more time.
Bogies! Bogies! Welcome to Northampton in Northamptonshire, the home of today's parent bogies at the Central Library. Now, Emily
Bogies.
has written to us on a piece of paper with a pen in ink, claiming that her mummy Verna
Bogies.
she shouts out bogies a lot louder than Dick. Absolute twaddle. The only way to find out is by the bogiometer telling us. So without further ado, let's see if this next chapter of Parent Bogies has a happy ending. Bogies.
McCourt, 3.8. That man fidgety. Funny name for a man, but there you go. Now, it seems Mummy Verna is going to play the same patch. Is she pushing her luck? We have to ask. 3.8 to beat.
Bogies!
And she's done it. It's a 4.2. The tension is extraordinary here. This match taking us to new heights. She really is a hard-backed player, Mummy Werner. Emily, ferociously proud of her mother.
Bogies!
But Wood is ferociously equally proud of McCourt, and he hits a 5.4.
Dick goes her biography.
Dick's book. Mummy Werner's bogey. She knows she can do it. Emily knows she can do it. What an aggressive style Mummy Werner has, really ramming those bogies down their throats. Extraordinary play. Can't say I've proved myself, nor, if history is our guide, does Offsnot, the official regulator. But it still counts. Sitting pretty.
Bogies!
McCourt lashes back with a 7.8. Oh, he's angry. He's angry, all right. But is it any more than just a paper cut for Mummy Werner? What is she doing?
Bogies!
Extraordinary! It's an 8.1, and she has terrified these boys into submission with her doolally approach. So, while Mummy Werner celebrates with her daughter Emily, the boys beat a hasty retreat. Is this the end of Dick and Dom's career in bogies? One has to ask.
Bogies!
Some people say that we don't express ourselves enough, so we've come to the home of expression, the Thearty Gallery. Yes, here amongst the work of Damien Hirst and Tracy Emin, we will be exploring ourselves and bringing out an art form known as bogies.
Welcome to the Thearty Gallery, founded in 1985. McCourt standing by the formaldehyde.
Bogies!
Perfectly preserving his place in this match with a 3.6. Good bogey. Now, Wood refusing to be distracted, despite McCourt's best efforts, and delivering us a 4.8. Sweet as a nut. Back to McCourt.
Bogies!
Giving that lady the full benefit of his 5.2. I took it out of him there.
Bogies!
Nice bogey by Wood. That's a 6.1. Indeed. Crowd well pleased with that effort. 6.1 to beat.
Bogies!
Surely it's there. It's a 7.1, a whole crow point above the previous effort. Little inquiry there from a member of the crowd. Pleased with the outcome, as is Jack Lemmon. Now, Wood. The man on form.
Bogies!
Hitting a 7.5. There's one in the eye for the critics. And there's a painting of a man with no trousers. Good work. McCourt will be feeling that old familiar tingle. But will he have the guts?
Bogies!
He certainly has. That's an 8.4. Right from the bottom of his lower intestine. There's a man who knows a good bogey when he hears one.
That? I don't know.
What an intriguing match. Wood, having expressed self-doubt.
Bogies!
A massive bogey, that's an 8.6. Depression on the face of McCourt is clear. He's got a lot of work to do now.
Bogies!
But he's the very man for the job. There's a 9.8. Taking the pain barrier to new heights. Wood concedes, and McCourt steals the match. Bogies! So, welcome to another edition of Pro Celebrity Bogies. This time, at the Museum of London.
Wherever you like.
Ladies first.
Bogies?
Nicely put. 0.8.
Brilliant. Very good, very good, very good.
Some sporting encouragement there from McCourt.
Old knives. Nice.
Shouldn't have too much trouble.
Bogies.
And it's there, 1.3. Nicely topped.
Bogies!
Sarah Cox with a 2.6. Does talking for a living, so hardly surprising that she feels right at home with this game.
Bogies!
Nifty little bogey from McCourt, 3.4. Catching the eye and the ear of this crowd.
Bogies!
Coxey, 3.6. Delightful stuff.
Thank you very much. Nice dresses.
McCourt talking the usual rubbish.
Bogies!
Before delivering a 5.1. Silencing the crowd. Raising the bar.
Bogies!
The London Museum, 1.1 million objects, and that enormous bogey by Sarah Cox, 5.7.
Bogies!
But McCourt not easily put down, 6.4. Shock. Or
Bogies!
more bogeys from Sarah Cox, 6.8. Radio Gaga.
Bogies!
McCourt relentless with a 7.3. Oh my word, she's straight back in with an 8.1. It's becoming a frenzy of radio, but in fact McCourt's conceded. What a wimp. There's the winner.
Il Museo de Bambini di Roma ad Explora. L'esperienza di colore. Basically, it's a colourful experience museum here in Rome, in Italy, where little people come to learn things. Yes, and today they're going to learn how to shout mocho, which is bogies in Italian.
So here we are at the Museo dei Bambini, full of pint-sized Italians who are about to discover Britain's latest gift to the sporting world.
Mocho.
0.7. So Wood now fighting his way through the exuberant crowd.
Mocho!
Delivers an operatic 1.5.
Wow, what there?
As the wheels of this game turn, and McCourt buys himself some thinking time. Shouldn't be too difficult. There it is, his next effort, 2.3. Very matter-of-fact mocho there.
Mocho!
3.0 on the mochometer from Dominico.
Mocho!
That was loud, or forte, as they would say. 4.1 from McCourt.
Mocho!
There's a mocho to make Pavarotti proud. It's 4.9 from Dominic Wood. And a little exclamation of glee from the man himself. Now, we've seen this strategy before. There's a 5.4 from McCourt. A very excitable crowd here.
Mocho!
Except for that young lady who couldn't care less about Dominic Wood's 6.2. Now, has McCourt found a secret weapon in this battle? I think he's definitely gained a distinct advantage And he's about to play it. That's a stupendo macho. It's a 7.3, and there is nothing in the rules to say that you can't use a loud hailer if there happens to be one knocking about around your ankles. So, much as expected, there it is, the winning macho, and there'll be debates about that one for many years to come.
Yes, a yoga class is where we're playing today's Premier League bogies, where we play the game where other people dare not. Yes, it's yoga bogies. Or yogis.
So, welcome to this union of body, mind, spirit, and bogies.
Bogies.
McCourt with a 0.8. Yoga has been around for 3,000 years. Originated in India.
Bogies.
Wood with a very delicate 1.1. The athletes can be seen in the Sukhasana pose currently. Very tense atmosphere. Using this system that works on developing and balancing strength, flexibility, stamina, focus, and endurance. But will it help with their bogies?
Bogies.
That's a 2.3 from McCourt.
Come on to your hands and knees. Inhale. Coming into an arch.
This apparently is called the dog tilt pose. Into a classic cat.
Bogies.
And a wonderful 3.4 from Wood.
Relax your head.
Now, will they go for the down? Yes, indeed, they're going for the downward-facing dog.
Keep the palms pressing down into the ground.
Bogies.
Doing it rather well. There's a tremendous 4.9. Sending ripples through the cosmic waves. Wood realising it's all to play for.
Towards your hand. Just inhale. Good. Exhale. Relax your head.
Bogies.
There's Wood with a 5.2. It's certainly not easy here in the Premier League.
Extending down. Drawing the head in.
Masterfully played.
Inhale. Come up with 2 fingers.
But McCourt has nothing to come back with. His wheels of energy have locked, and the boys are out.
Bogies. Welcome to the Sea Life Centre in Brighton, the venue of today's Pair and Bogies. Now then, Lena has written in a letter to say that her pops, Duncan Bogies here, can shout bogies louder than the Woodmeister. Personally, I think that's a load of codswallop. Codswallop indeed. Well, the bogieometer will tell us who's going to shout at the loudest, so fantastic. Let's go and play.
So, the Brighton Sea Life Centre. One wet-nosed amateur
Bogies.
versus Dominic Wood, the seasoned professional, who begins with a 1.4. Nicely placed with saline precision.
I didn't think he was going to do that.
So, Wood rocked,
Bogies!
but not rolled. That's 5.2. And the temperature starts to rise in this clammy, fishy environment. And as Daddy Duncan feels the bogey rise in his gut.
Bogies!
He gets it out. It's a 6.4. And hugs all round, and why not?
Bogies!
He's determined to punish him. It's 7.1. And the crowd are starting to turn slightly ugly. Let's hope this doesn't degenerate into an all-out bogey riot. Wisely, the players move on.
Who's shouting that?
McCourt with mock outrage, trying to support his man.
Bogies!
Daddy Duncan really starting to find his fins and his feet with an 8.3.
Wood must respond. 8.9 it is as Wood risks everything, including becoming seahorse. His throat on fire. This game alight, dripping with excitement. Daddy Duncan. For the parents. For Lena. Bogies! Belt it out! It's a superb bogey! What was it? The crowd waited anticipation. It's a 9.1! Fantastic news for the Daddy Duncan camp. Wood with it all to do. Bogies! Oh, it's tighter than a trout's pout, but no, it's only a 9.0. Devastating for the Wood camp, but Daddy Duncan and daughter Lena are triumphant. The amateurs take it once again.
Something justice in
Oh dear.
Mine was actually louder.
The ugly side of the game. Go home, son. Here's the winning bogey one more time. Bogey!